Well, Don, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I'm really happy to see you here on the first day of training camp. But a guy who's missing is Ottawa captain Daniel Alfredson as he moves on to Motown.
Nobody's talked very much about that story over the last few months, I know, and the players, it's funny too, you ask them, and you know, it's their first training camp here without Alfredson in how many years did you say? You're writing a story on it?
17 years.
17 years, and you'd think that it'd be really noticeable difference, but I mean, they're used to it now. I mean, it's been 2 months, they're going on without Daniel Alfredson, and I think that it's best for everybody, although I still believe there's parts of this story that we haven't touched on yet, and I'm sure we're going to stumble across them at some point.
You know, if you look at this training camp, one of the key elements they brought in when they lost Daniel Alfredson was Bobby Ryan. Bobby Ryan is going to get a chance to play with Milan McCulloch and Jason Spezza. They want chemistry between Spezza and Ryan. I think it's going to be a good fit. I think it might be a dynamic trio.
I think that Bobby Ryan is going to be great for us because already he's proven to be a great quote. And I know the guys in Anaheim, the guys that covered the Ducks, said the same thing, and they're going to miss him. But yeah, in terms of the hockey, which is what everybody cares about, it's just a natural fit, right? He's a shooter, he's a sniper, he's a goal scorer, and Jason Spezza, as much as they try to employ Jason Spezza to shoot the puck more because he does have a great shot, his natural instinct is to look for that guy to pass it to. So I think that, you know, I see that as a marriage that really could develop into something big this year. I think that could be one of the great lines or one of the great stories in the NHL this year.
You know, there are 57 players in camp, 2 of them who aren't here. Jared Maiden's a young draft pick who isn't healthy right now, but also missing is Jared Cowan. He hasn't signed a contract. He's played 90 National Hockey League games. I think he should be here.
I agree with you. I think that the best thing for Jared Cowan is what he played Jared Cowan, he played 7 games last year. He needs to develop. Hey, everybody knows or expects that he's going to develop into a top 4 defenseman on this team, and maybe a top 2 guy. He could be one of the great shutdown defensemen in the league someday, but he still has to go through the proving points, and he still has to develop, and he still has to be that guy, before he gets paid to be that guy, but he also has to be that guy, and to do that he has to be here to develop and to play.
And on a final note, the expectations for this year, this club made it to the second round of the playoffs. Don, what can we expect from the Ottawa Senators this year? I expect that they will be a playoff team again. I think the conference will be a little bit tougher with the Detroit Red Wings in it, but I don't think, you know, they're not full of world beaters here. No,
I think you're right. I think the Western Conference is still the tougher spot to get out of. I mean, place to get out of, and I think that, you know, Jason Spezza said it. We've raised the bar from after what they did last year in the playoffs, and that's true. The expectations are going to be there. Last year they snuck up maybe a little bit on some people, some teams, maybe a little bit. I don't think there's any of that this year, but I also think that it's a very well coached hockey team, and it's got a good system and good goaltending, and with that you don't have to have the top level talent. They may be lacking some offense, they may not have enough, but I still think that they've got enough to make the playoffs.
Well, stay tuned to OttawaSun.com for all your coverage during training camp. For OttawaSun.com, I'm Bruce Garriock with Don Brennan.